Hey guys, it's Nija. So I'm really excited about this video today because these are tips that I really wish that I had knew about going into my spiritual journey, spiritual practice, and learning more and more about myself. It literally all started with learning about the law of attraction, and then I realized that we are all provided with help and guidance. It's just a matter of knowing how to tap into it. More importantly, when you're in those situations pertaining to lack or not having money or hating the job that you're in or hating the situation that you're in. And I just want you to know that we all have the power, the equal opportunity, and the resilience and the knowledge to wiggle our way out of whatever situation that we are in. So I want to thank you guys so much for clicking on this video today. Make sure that you give it a thumbs up if you're interested in the topic and want to hear me speak more about it. And if you're new to the channel and it's your first time seeing my face, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you're notified every time we meet here on this channel. Alright you guys, without further ado, let's get into the topic. How to get in contact with your higher self so that you can create wealth generating and money generating ideas. Let's get into it. So the first thing that I talk about, or one of the first things that I mention in my ebook, Money Honey, that is going to be coming out soon, so I'll leave it linked in the description box when it finally does drop, but it will be out in June. One of the first things that I talk about is that we all have to conquer those situations and those obstacles in our life. It is our responsibility to find the answers, to fight and find the answers to what we're looking for, okay? So more importantly, when it comes to financial lack or not having abundance or not feeling like you are financially free and feeling like you have to do a job that you don't love because there's no other way to make the money, you have to understand that it is your responsibility to get yourself out. So I know sometimes we always wait around, we say, oh, I'm just gonna pray and I just hope God will get me out of this, or I'm just gonna hope and wait for so-and-so to help me out, or so-and-so said they were gonna help and I'm just gonna have to wait for them to do it. What I love about being on my spiritual journey is that now we take responsibility for our actions. We take responsibility for the situations that we are in. So if there's something that's going on in our life, we now understand that we have the utmost responsibility and we have the utmost ability to change it. If something's going on in our lives that we don't agree with or that we don't like, we have the opportunity to change it. So what does this mean? This means that when you have something that you need to figure out, you need to go ask yourself, ask your higher self, ask your spirit guides, ask your angels for help to come up with a solution, okay? It's like you're an alchemist now. If something is happening in your reality that you don't like, you have to be the one to say, okay, I acknowledge that I don't like this. What am I gonna do to fix it? And I'm gonna tell you guys how you can get the answers out of yourself to fix these problems. So whenever you're in a circumstance or a situation that's not serving you, that you want to get out of, I want you to think about it like this. Imagine that, so we understand that time is just a figment of our imagination. Time is just something that we as a collective have agreed upon. But in reality, there is a timeline that exists where you exist, where you're not struggling with whatever it is that you're struggling with right now. So for me, my issue back in the day was I hated my job. I didn't want to work for anybody else. I wanted to feel financially free, but I didn't know how to make money for myself because I just thought I had to go to work or I had to keep doing what I didn't want to do because there's no way to make my dreams happen and pay the bills. What I had to realize was in a parallel universe, there is a version of myself who is living her dream life. She's going traveling whenever she wants to. She's got money in her bank account. She's got tons of friends and she gets to enjoy brunch with them instead of clocking in to work because she doesn't want to work. She is a business owner. She's an entrepreneur. She does what she wants to on a consistent basis and she holds herself accountable. She's a money-making machine, a money-making magnet. Like she's just got it all. And I realized realize that version of myself exists somewhere. I can feel it. Like, and it might be the same for you, where you know in your heart that you are supposed to be working for yourself, or you know in your heart that you're supposed to build your own company and have your own empire. Like, you know in your heart you were never supposed to spend your entire life working somewhere that you didn't want to work. And you know how you know that? Because you have the desire in your heart to not do that anymore. And these desires come from the divine, from God, from the creator. Okay, so don't ever say, I don't know why I feel this way. Like, it doesn't make sense why I feel this way. I hate that I feel like I should be working for myself, but I can't catch a break. No, you were given that desire in your heart for a reason. Follow it. Follow that desire. Follow your heart. Ask yourself how you can make it happen. So that's what I had to do. I realized that I didn't want to go to a job that I hated anymore. I don't want to do it. I don't want to be that person anymore. And so I said, okay, well, what am I going to do to fix it? What am I going to do to not be in that situation anymore? And that's when the gears started turning, okay? So understand that there is a dream version of yourself that is doing exactly what you desire in your heart. They already exist. They're already doing it. They just exist on a different timeline, and you just haven't gotten to that timeline yet. But the reason why you're struggling with what you're struggling with right now is because you need to figure out how to unlock that version of yourself, or get the answers to unlock the knowledge that that version of you knows, and implement that knowledge today to become that person. So that's what I had to do. So you guys may be wondering, well, Nija, how do you do it? How do you become that person on that timeline that has exactly what they want? Well, first you have to know yourself. Know thyself. You have to know what you want. What do you desire? Because if you don't know what it is that you're striving for, you're gonna feel stagnant. You're gonna just be sitting in one spot because you don't know where you want to progress. You don't know how you're gonna progress. You don't even know what you want, you know? So what you need to do is understand that you've just got to get to that timeline, okay? And in actuality, time doesn't exist. So the minute that you realize what you want, who you want to become, you literally just start, you flip the switch. You start doing what that person you want to become is doing. And then you are becoming that person. You're morphing into that person, okay? It's just a matter of figuring out what that person would do, what you would do, what your higher self would do, what that perfect dream version of yourself would do to get themselves out of that situation, and then do it. Act upon it. Become that person, become that version of yourself, and you're gonna have what you want. Alright, so all you have to do is ask your higher self what they would do. Ask your spirit guides what you would do. I like to say I'm asking my higher self because I'm just asking a version of myself that already knows what she wants, already knows what to do, and already knows how to achieve what she wants. That's why I call her my higher self, or my dream self, because she already has that information. She knows exactly what to do. It's just a matter of extracting that information from her. So think of it as you're getting a download from that version of yourself that already knows what it is that she wants and already knows how to get what she wants. Think of that think of yourself as already at the finish line. You're already at the finish line. You've already achieved what you wanted to achieve. Now, download that information. Ask yourself, what did you do? Okay? So how do we do that? How I like to do it and how it all started to make sense to me, I realized I had to be in meditation. I had to be in contact with my higher self. And how do you get in contact with your higher self, or your dream self, or your spirit guides, or God, or the divine, or the universe? How do you get in contact to receive those downloads? You meditate. You zip your mouth, you close your eyes, or maybe you leave your eyes open, and you let that information flow to you easily, because you want what's best for yourself, don't you? So why wouldn't that information come to you? Why wouldn't that that version of yourself want to help you out. Like I said, time doesn't exist. So somewhere, somehow, you already exist with that information. It's your responsibility to be in meditation and ask yourself, what do I do? What did I do? How did you do it? What were the steps? Give me the game plan, okay? And sometimes it doesn't happen the very first time that you meditate. Like, I remembered it was such a foreign concept to me, meditating way back when, that I would fall asleep. I would feel like I'm making stuff up. Like, I would say, okay, my higher self says to do this, and I'm like, but did they really though? Like, I would always second guess myself. I would always second guess my intuition. But with practice, with continuing to do it, you're going to know the sound of your own voice so clearly, so vividly, that when you get that idea in your head, you're like, yep, that's what my higher self told me, or yep, I know that that's in alignment with what I want, because I'm so excited to act upon that idea or that download that just came to me, you know? So really start implementing meditation into your everyday. Start with just 15 minutes a day and set the intention when you go into meditation. So something that I do now is whenever I'm about to go into meditation, I will write out a little prompt. I'll write the day and I'll say, my intention for this meditation today is to generate an idea that's gonna make me $1,000, okay? Set the intention before you go into meditation so you know what you're focusing on, okay? And then for me, I like to lay down, I like to get comfy, I like to close my eyes. And when I'm doing that, I ask myself, okay, higher self, okay, version of me that's already achieved what I'm asking for right now, tell me how you did it. Give me an idea that I can take inspired action to execute, okay? Ask yourself, and just sit there and think of all the possibilities. See your future self or your dream self and ask, what did they do? And literally allow yourself to give you the blueprint of what your future self or higher self or dream self did. Maybe the concept of asking your future self is a little bit strange to you. You can ask your angels and your guides too. Those benevolent forces that already are all-knowing and already know the answers, that want to help you. Ask them. Say spirit guides, angels, maybe you're talking to a deceased loved one who has a little bit more knowing now that they've moved on to the other side. Ask them, call upon them. The Bible says, ask and you shall receive. It's just like in the law of attraction, ask and you shall receive. Like, this is universal law. Once you set the intention and ask for what you want, now you are a channel to receive those messages and start receiving. So you first have to ask. So go into meditation and visualize your future self. Visualize the version of yourself that has that $1 million idea, or visualize the version of yourself that isn't in financial lack anymore, and just ask them, what do you do on a daily basis? I want to be that version. Tell me what to do. And let the information pour into you, okay? And I keep a notebook next to me, so as this information is coming to me, sometimes I'll step out of meditation, jot it down, and then go back into meditation. And literally I'll have like an entire book of ideas that now I can take inspired action on, because I asked myself, what is the best thing for me to do? Literally ask yourself. Stop asking your peers. Stop asking your parents. Stop asking your co-workers. Ask yourself, because nobody knows what's best for you but you. If you ask somebody else for advice on, I hate my job and I want to quit, what do you think I should do? They're going to be operating out of their reality. So they might say, no, you shouldn't, because you're going to be out of money. Because in their head, they feel like they have to work a regular 9 to 5 to make money. Or they'll say, no, you shouldn't, whatever, because whatever. They can only answer based on their personal experience. So if they're not successful and if they're not doing the things that you want to be doing, why would you ask them what they think you should do? Does that make sense? Like, they have nothing to offer you because they're not on the same path as you. It doesn't mean that you can't respect their opinion, but don't even ask in the first place. Ask yourself, ask your higher self, ask your guides, because you want what's best for you, don't you? You're not gonna steer yourself in the wrong direction. You're gonna think of a good game plan that you can actually fulfill, okay? So ask yourself what to do. Know yourself so that when you hear your higher self or your guides talking to you, you know that it's in alignment with who you really want to be. And you'll know it's in alignment with who you really want to be because you'll get the idea and it'll feel good. It'll feel right. You'll be excited to take inspired action to get it done, okay? So my next tip is to start journaling and start scripting. So this is actually my journal and it's super cute. I love it. It has like a marble print on it and it says notes. But literally this is what I did to start getting in contact with my higher self and to start tracking those ideas that I had. I got myself a journal and I set the intention with this journal. I dedicated it to talking to my higher self. So I got my, we lost our hat. Okay, so I got this journal and I set the intention. I said this, and I wrote it out to myself. I wrote in there, I said, this journal I'm going to be using to get in contact with my highest self or my dream self. Let this journal be a vessel to receiving those messages or receiving those downloads. It is my intention to hear from my higher self in writing through myself. So, you know, set the intention so that you know what your intention is. Your higher self knows what your intention is. Your angels and your guides and God and the universe knows what your intentions are. And now they can start to conspire to give you exactly what you want as you write to yourself and through yourself, okay? So research scripting and how to like script. But basically all it is like, you guys remember when you were like in middle and high school and your teacher told you to do those journal entries? That's essentially all it is. So sometimes like when the day starts, I'll say, okay, what do I need to know today? Or what do I need to work on today? What intuitively should my focus be on today? And I'll just like start writing and I literally brain dump everything that's on my mind, everything I'm thinking about, like literally everything to a T. To-do lists even, I'll go on a tangent writing to-do lists. And this helps you to clear your mind and it helps you to just like literally dump everything out, just like excrete everything that is clouding your head. And literally I'll do this journaling before I go into meditation so that when I do meditate, all these thoughts aren't swarming around my head. I can say, oh, I already jot that down, so I don't need to think about that right now. Or I already wrote that out, so I don't need to worry about that right now, you know? So really, really, really use scripting and journaling to get in contact with your higher self. You can even channel your angels, your guides, your ancestors. You can channel them, but I say to channel your higher self because you can trust yourself. You can believe that you're speaking to yourself because it feels good, it feels right, it's in alignment. You're like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I want, or that's exactly who I want to be. And that's how I know I'm like getting messages or receiving messages from my higher self or from God, because it feels right, okay? So yeah, definitely start journaling, start scripting, start writing your thoughts down, and write your truest desires. So something else that I'll do as a journal prompt is I'll say, what do I truly desire today? Or what do I really want? Like, do you ever meet those people who are like, I don't know what I want? Or maybe you are that person who's like, I don't know what I want, but I know I don't want this. Start journaling so you know what it is that you desire. And once you know what you desire, now you can start thinking of ideas and for what you want, okay? Because it doesn't really help you if you don't know what you want. So you have to know yourself, know thyself, know what you want, know what your higher self wants, know who you want to be, know what you want to conquer, so that you can put your thought and focus and meditation on resolving that problem or getting out of that situation, okay? It all starts with that. So I definitely suggest you should start journaling or scripting to get in contact with your higher self. And literally I also have an idea journal or a wealth generating journal, and every time I get a good idea from my meditation, I start storing the ideas in my journal, and as I do them, I start crossing them off the list. And you know, you can't go wrong when you ask your higher self what to do. When your higher self gives you an idea for a business venture or an idea for a wealth generating idea, you know, you can't go wrong. All you have to do is take the inspired action and get it done. Do what it tells you to do. Do what you tell yourself to do, and you can't get it wrong. So the next thing I wanted to say is sometimes you do have to detox from the outside world so that you can hear your inner voice and hear yourself speaking clearly as yourself without influence from other forces. And why do I say this? Because we consume so much. We watch TV, we listen to the radio, we listen to like YouTube videos, we're watching Netflix. Like, we absorb so much, and it's no surprise that in the media we are being controlled, being brainwashed, being taught one thing that's not the true, being fed limitations and lies. And then when we go to be with ourselves, we kind of are trapped with all the gunk and all the nastiness of the world and of the media and of social media, and we find it very difficult to connect with our own self and with our own thoughts. So it's really in your best favor if you're not able to hear your inner voice talk, or maybe if you're somebody who thinks that your inner voice is saying negative things, or that your inner voice has a bunch of negative self-talk. Reprogram your mind. Spend some time away from social media, away from TV, away from whatever it is that is influencing you and feeding you these lies, feeding you these misinterpretations of what life really is, which is a world of opportunity. Whatever it is that's making you feel limited, restrained, restricted, like you can't be your best version, cut it out. Like, do a quick week-long detox, or however long you feel like you need it. Maybe you only need 3 days, but when you're in that detox, be reprogramming your subconscious mind by listening to positive affirmation videos, by listening to self-help books or reading self-help books, or maybe just cut everything off altogether and wait to see if you can hear your higher self again. But I always recommend to just fuel yourself with those positive things, those positive affirmations, those law of attraction success stories and all that stuff, to remind you that the world is not some big bad scary place, and it really is a playground of opportunity. You just have to be able to come up with the income generating idea, or come up with the new idea, the new invention, and take inspired action to do it. Okay, so definitely detox. Detox, detox, detox. Detox the food that you're eating that's not good for you. Like, if you eat a lot of meats and stuff, a lot of carcinogenic things like red meats and pork and beef and stuff like that, like, take a break from it. Maybe go on a juice cleanse, or go on a veggie cleanse, or go on a vegan cleanse, or go on a vegetarian cleanse, and get that gunk away from you so that you can become a holy vessel again, or a holy temple again, for those downloads to come to you, or for that information to come to you. And some of you guys don't know this, but angels won't dwell around places that are filthy, or around places that are dirty. So if you're having a hard time talking to your higher self or to your angels and your guides, it could be because maybe your environment is just filthy and you need to detox your area and clean up your area so you can think clearly, so that, you know, those benevolent beings will come to you and they can dwell in your space and give you that good stuff that you need to hear. So yeah, definitely detox. Cut off the social media, cut off the TV, cut off the ratchet, nasty music that you shouldn't be listening to in the first place, and you will be able to hear your higher self again. Give it 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and keep going into meditation. Keep seeking the information from your higher self, and I promise you, you're gonna get something. You're gonna hear something. You're going to get those ideas, get that inspiration. You're gonna feel like yourself again, and once you feel like yourself, you're gonna be able to act as if you are that dream version of yourself, or that higher version of yourself that already knows the key to your success. Okay? Alright guys, my next advice for you is that it's okay to trust your inner knowing. It's okay to trust your inner voice, your inner guide, your angels, your spirit guides, God. It's okay to trust the universe, you know? And let me tell you why. Because if you're in a situation right now where you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, just remember what I said. Somewhere out there on some timeline, there is that dream version of yourself who has already cultivated and created everything they wanted out of life, okay? And if you're asking yourself for the advice, for the help, you know, to get out of whatever situation you're in, you absolutely can trust yourself, especially if you've taken the time to detoxify that gunk out of your system and detoxify all that negative talk, that self-doubt, all that stuff. Get it out of your system. You should have no problem trusting in yourself, trusting in your angels, trusting in your guides, trusting in God, because obviously the universe wants the best for you. This is an abundant world we live in. The plants literally feed themselves, the birds feed themselves, you know, and all is working together in perfect harmony. Our bodies can heal ourselves. So why would we believe that we don't want the best for ourselves? Why would we believe that our angels, our spirit guides, and God doesn't want the best for us? It just doesn't make sense, you know? What we feel, why we feel that way, it's because we've been controlled, manipulated, and taught that the world is some big bad scary place and you're just meant to suffer and then die, and that is not the truth, okay? So it's okay to have faith in yourself. It's okay to have faith in those ideas that you download to yourself, and it's okay to take inspired action to find out, you know, put it to the test. See if it's really gonna work for you. It's okay to trust that what you hear is for your highest and greatest good. It's okay. So I want you guys to just take a deep breath. Do what's called a belly breath, where you go in through your nose, out through your mouth, and feel it in your stomach, you know, and just say, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to trust. It's okay to believe. It's okay to want the best for yourself, and then let yourself have it. And I lost my hat. And it is okay. It's okay, you guys. All right? So just trust that you can believe in your higher self. Trust that you can trust your higher self. Trust that you can trust your angels and guides, because everything is working together for your good, okay? Everyone wants your success. You want your success. Your family wants your success. Your guides and angels want your success. God wants your success. The universe wants your success. It's up to you to let yourself have it. You have the answers inside of you. You have everything you need inside of it. You have to unlock it, activate it, reactivate that DNA that knows innately what to do, and act upon it. Inspired action, inspired action, inspired action, okay? It's okay. You're gonna make it through. You're gonna be successful. You're gonna have those wealth generating ideas. So just accept it. Let it come to you. Accept that you're gonna be wealthy. Accept that you're gonna be rich. Accept that you're not gonna live in poverty forever. It's okay. I promise you, you're gonna do just fine. You're gonna be great. You're gonna be amazing. But you've got to get in contact with that part of you that knows innately what to do to be okay. All right? All right, you guys, my very last tip is it only takes practice, okay? It only takes practice. It only takes patience. I promise you, you will hear your higher self talking to you. You will hear God talking to you. You will hear your angels and your guides talking to you, giving you what you need to be successful, giving you the information you need to be your highest version, giving you literally the blueprint of what you did in the past or in the future to become your dream self. Take that dream version of yourself, or that ideal version of yourself, and bring it to now. Like, blend the timelines, merge the timelines, act as if today. Do what that dream version of yourself is doing 15 years from now, a week from now. Do it today, because time does not exist. If you want something, you can have it today, you can have it now, but it takes you knowing what to do and acting upon it to get there, okay, you guys? So I believe that we all have the potential to literally get instant manifestations. You know, ask your higher self, what do I need to do? And get the answer instantaneously. But it takes practice, getting to know yourself, getting to hear yourself, getting to know the desires of your heart, and getting to know what that ideal and dream version of yourself did to do it in the first place. You totally got this. You totally can do this. You are fine. Just know it's okay. Know that you are exactly where you need to be in this time and moment, or else you would not be there. And literally let yourself have exactly what you want. It's okay. You're gonna be successful. You're gonna be exactly who you're meant to be. You're gonna get those income generating ideas. Ask yourself, how much money do I need to be happy? You know, and then ask yourself, okay, now that I know how much I need, what did I do to get it? Because the version of myself that is financially free and financially wealthy already exists somewhere out there. It's just a matter of blending the timelines, merging the timelines, making it happen today. Okay, guys, you totally got this. I believe in you. I was stuck once at one point, and now I'm coming up with all these ideas through meditation, through journaling, through asking my higher self what to do. I'm getting the answers. I'm letting you know it's possible. You got this, you got this, you got this. Okay, you guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching this video today. If anything I said inspired you, please consider donating to my Patreon or Cash App. I will leave it down in the description box. As well as my PayPal account. If you feel inspired, I would totally appreciate that so much. And just so you guys know, I am accepting coaching clients, so you can either go onto my website, nijasym.com, or you can simply just leave me an email and I'll send you my rates for coaching. I really want to help you guys get over this hurdle, because we all deserve to be financially free. We all deserve to be living our best lives, and it is up to us to bring that version of ourselves into reality today. Okay, you guys, I love you so much. Be on the lookout for the new Patreon. Be on the lookout for the new ebook, Money Honey, where I explain to you in further detail about manifesting, using your higher self, and getting inspired action and taking inspired action to create and generate the wealth that you need. It's gonna be amazing. I want you guys here along the journey, so make sure that you hit the subscribe button, thumbs up this video if it was helpful, and as always, I love you. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!